How we doing, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting it played with a little bit of a Marvel United Megaverse. This time it's X-Men related, so there's an X-Men rulebook. We are going to see how we do against... Where'd you go? Oh, Callisto. Callisto is the villain of the day. We are taking in Storm, Wolverine, and Kitty Pryde. So we'll just go straight high. We'll just go straight high. There's no point in showing you everything all at once. All right, so we're going to get through this. This is our lunchtime stream, so of course, we want to make sure that we get this done in a timely manner. Making as few mistakes as possible with this is one of my playthroughs, so we're definitely going to have mistakes. So again, let me know in the comments when I make the mistakes, that way everybody else is aware. And that is Bella shaking our camera up there. She's coughing. She coughing. Okay, don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera. All right, so we are going up against Callisto. Her special rules: when a hero is KO'd, Callisto doesn't activate her BAM. Instead, place a random cleared threat card back into play in the next clockwise location without a threat after Callisto's. Her BAM deals 1 damage to one hero in Callisto's location. Then Callisto moves to the next clockwise location with a Morlock tunnel threat. So a couple of threats are Morlock tunnels, if possible. If a token cannot be added to a location, then deal 1 damage to each hero in that location, then draw the master plan card and play it face down in the story row. So she's kind of doing a little bit of everything. So let us go in the mid section and we will review everybody. So we do have 3 henchmen that she has with her. She has Mask. Mask does 2 damage to a hero in that location, and she can't take any damage if there's more than 1 hero. So we can only have 1 hero in there at a time. Marrow here, she deals 1 damage to each hero in this location. When Marrow is defeated, place her back in play at full health in the next clockwise location. Holy cow! So we need to defeat... Well, it's good she ended up here. We're going to defeat her first, and then she can't come back into play because there's no location for her to come... Oh no, she'd come back right here. She would just keep coming back here. Marrow is defeated. Place her back in play at full health in the next clockwise location without a threat. Which is this location, right? Because you knew next clockwise. I always wonder when they got that rule, right? Is the same location she just left from still considered the next clockwise? Because next would tell me it's one after, not including the same. I don't know. I don't know if we defeat her now if she's going to come back. Huh. That's a challenge. Next is Morlock Tunnels. Morlock Tunnels, which is the other 3. There's 3 Morlock Tunnels. Add 1 thug to this location. Callisto can't take any damage as long as she is in a location with Morlock Tunnels, which is kind of why she runs away. And then Caliban. Caliban deals 1 damage to 1 hero in this location and each adjacent locations. So lots of damage happening here. Yeah, which is kind of where her KO is. Activate her BAM instead, replace a cleared threat card. So then she's just bringing the threat cards back. And it's random. So, yeah, that's how this is going to go, I believe. Go ahead and get that started. So we are playing Storm, who has Jeffy Boy, Wolverine, and Kitty Pryde. Kitty does not have the Lockheed deck. She just has her Lockheed... Oh. Reminds me, gotta put Lockheed Mini over here. She just has the Mini right now, which we'll put into play with her starting card. And for some reason, I'm picking up more of this left side, and I don't know why that happened. I have not moved my table. Like, normally you guys can't see that token tray or this microphone. So I'm really confused what I changed with my camera. I'll figure that out later. I know I was pleasant with like playing around with the focus and the zoom. So maybe one of those settings did it. Maybe I accidentally turned off the stabilizer. I think the stabilizer cuts in just a little bit more. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. I'll figure that out later. All right, so we got Storm first. So again, I don't know if there's no next location, if she would get placed back right here. I feel like by the definition of the word, no, because this is not a next location. This is the same location. Because I'm trying to think, like, how would you get rid of her? You would never be able to get rid of her. Which I guess is kind of the point. So now I'm wondering, do I just go move? Just leave this spot, because otherwise we're all taking damage. Marrow is defeated. Place her back in play at full health in the next clockwise location without a threat. Yeah, I don't know. And I highly doubt anybody's ever asked that question. Question is, where would that, which form would that be in? All right, so we've got not game found. She was in the stretch goal box, I think. There we go. Forums, search, and we're specifically looking for Marrow. There's more like tunnel location. Oh, that's playing as Marrow. So let me try Callisto then. And it's funny, I was talking to Steve at Co-op Guild about this today, about how, like, because the main game forums and the expansions are not linked, you can't, like, search everything, the whole game, right? You can only search one at a time. Miniature reference. Any locations, any villain. Duration crew. Let me just search for Morrow, because Callisto has way too much. Because basically this determines whether I take her out or not. I mean, that's the only reason. Carrie has arrived. StarCraft reference. How can I help? What's up? I'm trying to figure out the literal meaning of the word next. So Derek, I'm trying to figure out what next means. So it says, when she is defeated, place her back in play at the next clockwise location without a threat. Well, this location would be empty now, so there wouldn't be a threat, but it's not the next location anymore, right? Because it's the same location she started at. So there would be no next. So I'm trying to figure out if that's ever been clarified. When you have a word that says next, can the same be next, right? Can the same location be considered the next location? And when I search for Marrow, it comes up the same thing. Megaverse campaign. The same location cannot be considered next. That's what I was thinking. So, like, we lucked out that she ended up at our starting location and no other threat's been removed, so you can remove her first. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything. It can't. Hang on. The same location can be considered next. Okay, so it can be. Cannot, can't. It can be. Oh, yeah. So that's. All right, so you can't get rid of Marrow, basically. She stays in the game permanently. There's no way to get rid of her. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, because nobody in here has actually asked that question either. Heroes, equipment, multiverse. Yeah. It's her second, her second ability. Yeah. Okay, so we just can't get rid of her. Okay, so that's fine. All right, I guess that tells me that I don't need to even mess with her then. Pretty much. The only reason I need to mess with her is, hang on, do I care about this? I can gain a token. Do I care about gaining a token? Actually, I would probably want to move her down to here. So that way it covers up this stupid thing, the end of turn thing. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I will get rid of Caliban first and then get her to move to Caliban. Because then she covers that up and I get that location back. All right, so we're all getting off of this spot. So let's go ahead and draw a card then. Jeff. Jeff is going to eat somebody. No, Jeff, you're not eating today. So we need a move and punch punch. That works. Oops, hang on. We got to do the villain first. Holy cow, I did all that. She is only a threat for Callisto that can't die. Yeah, okay. Whenever you beat her, you clear a threat. Yeah, okay. So you do, yeah, you clear a threat each time. So it's, if I had a bunch of punchy heroes, then taking her out kind of is good. We forgot to do this first. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, we're all taking damage right at the beginning of the game. That's just wonderful. Bam. She is dealing 1 damage. Doesn't happen. Then Callisto moves to the next clockwise location with Morlock tunnels, if possible. So she's gonna do a lot of moving. That's crazy. Bam. Deal 2 damage. No. Do 2 damage or 1 damage. No. Achee! Deal 1 damage to each hero in this location. All right. So Jeff was on top. So we will get rid of, I guess, a move and an action. Wolverine, we'll get rid of a move and a punch. Or we hope we get our adamantium claws back. And Kitty is getting rid of, that is a horrible starting location, the single wild. All right. Now, so I resolved her ban, which moved her. Now the, oh man, that's going to be weird. So now her thugs and her placement is now based on where her new location is. So we have to get rid of the Morlock tunnels to prevent her from moving around. Gotcha. Okay, this one's different. This one's interesting. Now that I've got that under control. All right, so now back to Miss Storm. I feel like I'm still going to do this. I think I'm still going to do the move, punch, because now that's going to overflow. So she's going to move, punch. Let's leave Jeffy here. He can beat up on Marrow whenever I have a chance. So, defeat thugs. All right, Wolverine. So, healing factor right from the get, I'm thinking. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, otherwise I got just a bunch of punches, move and punch. Yeah, I think we'll do healing factor from the beginning. So he gets 1 action. And I want to get rid of these. So we're going to go ahead and move and action to start working on this. So, like that. Oh, I forgot. She landed on this location. Add 1 thug in this location. Callisto can't take damage as long as... So she actually would have added 2 here. So that would have been an overflow. So she's actually going to play another master plan card face down. She wouldn't have done any damage because nobody was there. So hang on. We got to put this in this spot because of the overflow there. That was a horrible first turn when she's placing those thugs. Because this was already at 2. She had to place 1 for 3, and then it overflowed for 4. Jeez, yeah. Okay, that was horrible. All right, back to Kitty. Oh, Wolverine draws a card because he doesn't have 3. All right, let's get back on track again. All right, so her starter card is this one, so it gets lock keyed in, which will allow her to move and do an action. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that because we'll do Wolverine's action, get lock keyed into play. She will move and form an action. It's probably not good to have all my people in one spot. I really feel like, although now the problem is I'm starting to clear that, and I was like, I don't want to clear that until I get rid of Caliban. So now I'm kind of like, should she do that? Maybe not. Maybe we just do this instead. And then do I want her to move? I mean, the thing about moving here is because then they don't take damage here. Yeah. All right. This is something else she does with Morlock tunnels that I can't remember. It's easy to miss. Oh, so there's probably in one of her cards. I think she puts them back. Yeah. She can play some random threat back in if we get KO'd. So I'm thinking that's it, but maybe you're right. Maybe she's got a card. All right, so she's going to go 2. 1, 2. She's going to bam. So she deals 1 damage, not there. And she's going to move to the next Morlock tunnel. And then bam, nothing happens. Bam, nothing happens. Bam, nothing happens. Good. Add some civilians. So we got to get over here now because she's on this side, and we need to get going. Get to going. All right. So Storm. Relocate any heroes to a different location. Punch, or Jeff gets hungry. Let's do this because I think because then I can have Wolverine beat up on Caliban. So. She gets to move 1, so that's fine. Relocate any heroes to a different location. So we're going to relocate Wolverine here. I'm going to relocate Kitty. We're going to leave Kitty where she is. I could relocate her down here. Let's relocate her to the school, because then those civilians. Right? Right. And then the previous action was another move, so technically she could move twice. Do I want her to move twice? No. No. No, I don't. Alright. Alright, so Wolverine. What do we got for Wolverine? We got punch. Lots of punches. We want lots of punches. Lots and lots of punches. Question, do I want Kitty there? Because then Kitty could finish him off. Because he's got 4 health. Yeah, let's put Kitty here instead. So she can finish him off. Maybe I can move her as well. Because she's going to get the 1 punch from Wolverine. So, Wolverine can move. He's not moving right now. So 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go ahead and I want to leave him here. Yeah, Kitty's got to move in an action. So I think we're good. Don't want to leave him here though. Do I want to move him? She's going to go to the Morlock tunnel, so she's going to come up here. But I can't hit her yet. Let's move him just to get him closer and somewhere where he can do something, maybe on his next turn. Okay, so now Kitty. He has 3 cards in hand, so he does not heal. Kitty, all right. You can move another hero with this turn. You and that hero don't take damage. Phasing, you cannot take any damage at the beginning of your next turn. For each damage, you gain tokens. Well, that would only be good to stay here or to end up here where I could take 2 damage. So everything's phasing with others. Which I already had in my hand, so let's do that instead. Let's go ahead and do the phasing with others that was in my hand. And then we're going to punch. That gets rid of Caliban. That's 1. And then phasing with others, we're going to move here. And then we're going to use our action token to rescue a civilian. Right? So neither one of us can take damage, although the only way we would take damage is if she moves 0. Technically. Right. There we go. 3, and she's not moving 0. Well, she could, because the Morlock tunnels could bring her back. But she's not bamming this time, so 1, 2, 3. She's not bamming, so she actually stays there. Add a thug to this location. Oh, forgot. I needed to add a thug to this location when she was down here. Which would have been right there. Add a thug to this location. Now we add her thugs. So luckily it's only adding one more. But this gets 2. I need my pets to do some work up here. This gets 2. It can't take the other one, so Storm takes the damage. Get rid of the Jeff card. And she plays the next Master card playing face down. Wow. Yeah, I don't like these locations. They've all got like 3. This has got the most. End of turn. You must add to this location, but we're not in this location. All right, so now we want to beat up her so she comes and covers this thing back up again. All right. Right? The end of turn locations. I think it's her bam effect. Yeah, well, yeah, that's where she moves. Yeah, she moves through the tunnels. Did X-Men have an end of location mandatory in their rulebook? No. Because the stop, I can't remember if you have to do that, even if you're not there. And unfortunately, my rulebook for, I know Fantastic Four has those locations. The black locations. I know that they're mandatory end of turn, but is it mandatory if I'm not there? I think it's mandatory only if I'm there, right? Unfortunately, like I said, my rule books are over there. House locations is only mandatory when you're there. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so we're good. Then there's no more overflow, because otherwise there was going to be more overflow. All right, that was not good. So she's done 2 cards again on that turn. All right, Storm, you're down to 1 hit point. Where's my healing? Over here. We need to clear this out because we need to heal. So, move Jeff 1 location, then punch in his location. So we could do that. I mean, that wouldn't be the horrible card. I punch here. Or I move Jeff and punch. And then this has overflow as well. I'm giving them 1 less punch, but I think we will do Jeff. So we're going to move Jeff 1 location. We're gonna have him punch. And then Storm is going to punch as well. Yep. All right, Wolverine. I do have the wild. Hang on. I do have the wild. That allows a different hero to draw a card. So I could get Storm to heal if I did the wild. I think I'm going to do the wild. I think I'm going to do the Heroes United wild. Because that will allow me to punch here. And it will allow me to do an action here. So we can start moving on this. Hero can draw a card, so that heals Storm up a bit. And then a different hero may move. So no, I don't think I want her to move because she can finish this off. She can finish this off. So we're good there. All right, so let's get us another one of these, just in case. Oh, each other hero may punch against a thug or henchman in their location, and it would give her an action. That doesn't help. Well, it says another hero may move. So it didn't have to be Kitty. It could have been Wolverine. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do this with Kitty. So Kitty, well, no, that only gives her, yeah, so that gives her 2. So that completes this Morlock tunnel. And then everybody else gets to punch, punch, punch. That's good. Good. Or should we punch Mask? She would only end up here which then she could add, she's been adding 2. Well, that one added 1. That one added 1. Let's work on mass. Let's work on mass, because Wolverine can do like 2 damage in a turn, right? Yeah, with his adamantium claws, I could do 2 damage in a turn. Let's work on mask instead. So we'll do 1 damage to mask. Worst case, I get a card that does 3, and we'll just take out a Thug 2. This is bad. That is bad. All right. 1, 2, 3. We didn't play a single one of our actual character cards this round. All right. Another hero in this location may... Oh, dang it. It's another hero. The regular school, it's just draw 3 cards. Another hero in this location may draw 3 cards and have 3 in hand, or gain 1 token. Dang it, now I need Wolverine down here. I forgot what this location did. Maybe we don't want to do that. Let's timey-wimey that. Timey-wimey. Forgot what this location did. I need to remember to read the locations. Put that back. Put you back. All right, timey-wimey went happening. All right, so let's grab a card instead. That works. Oops, no, it doesn't work. Do this one. The Lockheed one would work, but then we wouldn't get rid of it. All right, so now we're clearing that out. So, back where we were. And then I do have a move. So, another hero in this location may either draw cards and have 3 in hand or gain a token. We're going to have Wolverine gain a punch token. There you go. What was, sorry to ask, but what was her first card and where did she start? Her first card was a 1 bam. She started in the Morlock tunnels. So she went 1, she bammed, which then sent her over here. And then when she went there, then we had the overflow that occurred earlier, which is why she has a face down card, because this overflowed because it required to put another Thug here. It was already at 2, 3, and then the card was a 4th. No, Derek, keep me honest. Keep me on my... I say keep me honest, but you can keep me honest up until the timey-wimey stuff happens. All right. So that's okay. So that's that 3. That's where we are now. So we can do that. Now it is her turn. All right. She is moving 0. So she's hanging out with Jeffy Boy. She is bamming, which does nothing to Jeffy Boy, but she does move to the next Morlock tunnels, which gets her there. So luckily, she bams, if top to bottom, she does damage here, and then she moves. So she's not going to damage Storm. She is adding more thugs. Holy cow, so many thugs. Everything is full. You get a thug. You get a thug. You get a thug. Everybody gets a thug. All right. Bam, nothing. Bam, nothing. All right. Add a thug first to Excalibur Lighthouse. Based on her movement, she landed in that location a lot. Yeah. Land effect. Oh, Mur Island. This one. You're right. Oh, you're... yeah, so this would be an overflow. Dang it. You're right. So now Storm has to take damage again on the Mur Island. And then she plays another face down card. Oh. So land effects were skipped. So I always read it that the land effect is at the bottom. So you have to do them both. Because I always do the land effect once we get down to the bottom, because that's where the icon is. Huh. So in which case... All right, now we gotta go around in circles and figure out. All right, so she was here. She went here. So there'd be another thug there. Because that had a Morlock tunnels. And she went here, which caused the overflow. Then her second turn, she went 2, 1, 2. This had Caliban, so there wouldn't be a thug here. And then she placed. Then the next one, she went 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but then it had a BAM, so then she went to here, added a thug, which we had already gotten rid of. Then she went 3, 1, 2, 3 with no BAM, but the landed still happens, and although this landed would have happened too. Yeah, so we would have had the thug there. Then the 3, so she landed there, which would have added a thug, which caused another overflow. Then she went 0, which, where was she? Where was she before I moved to the 0? She was in the lighthouse, which caused an overflow. Or did I just add that one there? I added that, but then it would cause another overflow. Jeez. All right, I think we're caught up. See, that land thing doesn't make sense, right? Because it doesn't make sense because if you go top to bottom on the card, it doesn't show that land effect until here. I get the land effect is based on movement, but like that just doesn't make sense logically because she didn't land there, and 2, this is when it tells you to do that effect. Yeah, placement. So, kind of, and that's the same thing with like 0, right? I'm not placing her anywhere. She was already there. But previous conversations, we say, okay, 0 is still placing her 0. So you still do the effect. That's why, like, the order of operations... Yeah, it says move a villain clockwise, indicated number of locations shown on the card. There's a threat card with that symbol, the villain ends their movement. Even if the movement was 0, immediately resolve the effect described on the threat card. Okay, yes, that's what we're talking about. You're placing her in the same spot, so you're picking her up and putting her back down. Yeah, it says right here, it's got in parentheses, you still do that. But with her, because her BAM then makes her move again, that's the tricky part, because her BAM is moving her again to another Morlock tunnel, which causes another overflow. That's what's causing the overflows, is the tunnels. I wish I would have known that. Maybe I should have gotten rid of that. Because, yeah, she's only got 4 cards left. So I have to completely defeat her in 4 turns. Land effect on the card where they landed, not the land effect on the threat card. This land effect. This is on the threat card. I guess that's why I'm confused. This is the threat card. Oh, that's purely for placement, just to show where she is. Yeah, it's confusing, because remember we had that other game, there was no icon at all. So then you don't think to do it. Like, they probably should have... Again, it's too late. They've designed the game the way they've designed the game. There should probably be an icon here, just as a reminder. So, yeah, we got to beat her in 4 turns. I don't see this as possible, so we're going to lose 3 more people. Because I have to finish two threats. I got to finish off 2 threats and 4 more thugs in 4 turns. And then she's only got 5 health, though, but she runs away. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. All right, Storm has a punch. She has a move punch. And if we give Wolverine a punch, can he use it? He could use it on Mask, because he does have a move punch. All right, so we're going to do the punch. Punch for Storm. So punch for Storm. What did she have before? Oh, she had a move and an action. Let's not do them both here. Let's do move, a punch with her punch, move with the move, punch with the second punch, action on this stupid Morlock card. It's one that's been causing me all my trouble. It's good to get a pass. Now I'm going to try to kill all my characters, Derek. This is extra life incentive killing here. That's the wrong way to think about it. All right, so now Wolverine, draw a card. All right, so move or should I do I want Kitty to move? So I have Lockheed. I could play this card for Kitty. But if I give her a move, but again, Lockheed will be able to get rid of that one thug. Or even work on Marrow. Yeah, I think I'll keep the wild. Because I need to move, so I think I'll keep the wild, and Kitty can move on her own. All right. So, we have 4 punches. And Kitty's going to use her punch here. So, we're going to move. 3 punch. 4 punch. Hawaiian punch. All right. There we go. All right. So, that's Wolverine. Wolverine is still at 3 cards, so he is still good. I actually have, but technically I have another token. I'm saving that token now. Okay. And then Kitty, then yes, we're going to have Lockheed get rid of that one up there. Ooh, punch in Lockheed's location and an action. That works just as well. I think we'll do this one instead because I want to clear out as much of that as possible. So, punch in Lockheed's location. Oops. Stop escaping the hangar bay, thugs. All right, so that's that. Although he could... he can't quite take her out. So let's... yeah, punch. Which completes this. Luckily, that's the third person, so it didn't matter anyways that she got accelerated. I was just thinking, can we do that? But I know we're gonna get our last one when we finish this one. So I think that's fine. That's fine. We'll do that. Punch. Oh, hang on. You may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to gain 2 punch tokens. Yes, I'm going to do that. We're going to discard the single punch to get 2 punches. I forgot about that. To get 2 punches. And then he draws a card because he gets to heal. That makes sense in the Weapon X facility. That's very thematic. The question is, do I want Kitty to move? Or do I just save the civilian with her action? Do I want to discard one of her cards? It'll KO her. What happened? KO, then I randomly bring back a threat. 1, 2, so she would have to go 3. And I don't know what she's got face down, so I don't even know if she has a 3 left. Is it worth it for the 2 punch tokens? No, I don't think a KO is worth it for the 2 punch tokens. Wolverine's got tons of punch tokens. He's got 3, so I mean she only has 5 health. Okay, so Callisto. She is now accelerated. Doesn't matter, it was her turn anyways. So 3, no BAMs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, no BAMs. No activate on location. We're good now. We're good now, Derek. No activate on location. She is giving everybody some civilians. So, 1 civilian for you. 1, 2 civilians for you. And 2 civilians for Lockheed. Good thing I did clear out both of those thugs. That was the right move. That was the right move. Okay. So we need to clear 1 more threat, which Storm's going to be able to do. If we do this, each other player may punch against a thug or a henchman in their location. So it's not... I can't punch her. But Wolverine's going to immediately start being able to punch her. So we may have this on this turn anyways. Because Wolverine has 3 tokens and he has adamantium claws. So this is game right here. So let's use this because then it's a guaranteed. Oh no, I have an action from Kitty. So there goes that one. There goes that one. There goes that one. That is not where those skulls end up. Come here, you. That's not where those skulls end up. Oh, those go there. And she gets to move and punch. Let me discard 1 card. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to... Well, here. Let's just do this so we don't have an overflow. Punch. All right. We're not going to get an overflow because now it is Wolverine's turn. Wolverine's going to play this. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could have beat her in a 4-player game by himself. Holy cow. Even with all the rules mistakes, even with all the issues and errors that I did, that is still a win. Holy cow. That was just not, not what I was expecting. But yeah, so we somehow pulled that out. I guess I was scared for nothing. I mean, I was like, oh, she's got 3 cards. She had 4 cards left, but that seemed to be a big old deal. All right, so let's go to the map. The map. Go into the map. Go into the map. You need to zoom in on the map. So I did figure out my issue. I did have the same problem, though. I didn't get the 10th portal. And what's weird is even when I switched it to 10, it didn't give me the portal to unlock. So I had to manually unlock Captain Carter. I don't know if anybody else has had that same problem. But yeah. So I did get everything figured out of where I was missing things. So this was Kitty, Wolverine, and Storm. We didn't use any action tokens, no equipment, teams. Jeffy Boy was with us, and we won. So that will give us Marrow. We can also now fight Marrow. It gives us Feral. And then we go here. So how many keys do I have? Because I don't want to misspend my keys because I've been doing that. So I have 1 key. So what am I supposed to unlock with that 1 key? So after we beat Callisto, we're not doing anything with our key because we unlock Mohawk, Storm, and Feral. So Friday is when it's not Friday now, it's next Monday because I moved it so that way I would at least have a Marvel United stream next week. So when we do Mysterio, then we get Marrow and Falcon is who will get them. Unless I've already unlocked Falcon. I may have already unlocked him. No, okay, yeah. So we're going to unlock... Falcon's not unlocked yet. So we're going to unlock Falcon and Marrow. Which technically I can unlock just one of them now because that's my 2 keys. So we'll go ahead and unlock Marrow now. So we have her unlocked. So Marrow is unlocked. And then we have Falcon. So Falcon is good to go. After we do our Spideyverse stuff down here to Mysterio. Oh no, Mysterio doesn't give us a key. Dang it, I'm short a key again. Alright, I gotta figure out where I've got a key missing. Ugh, this is so hard to keep up with. Again, I went through and selected each one and beat it. And so somehow I've unlocked something I guess I wasn't supposed to unlock early. So I gotta figure out what that was. So, I don't know if it's that big of a deal because we don't need any of those characters for the Juggernaut stream. Does Juggernaut give us a key? Maybe that's where I'm missing. Yeah, Juggernaut gives us 2 keys. Okay, there it is. Juggernaut gives us 2 keys. So once we unlock Juggernaut, he's going to give us the 2 keys so we can get Falcon unlocked. And then we'll get some brains so we can get closer. Oh, and then that's the other thing is I thought I'd have another brain for Professor X. So he gives us a key. So I must be missing a brain that I spent early. So when we do Mysterio, we do Professor X, he's going to give us a key. And then when we do Juggernaut, he's going to give me 2 more keys. Okay, so there's my keys. There's my keys. All right. So that is that. And then I did figure out the missing item as well. So I did go ahead and unlock the little Thor area over here. But I will need 1 more portal so I can bring Mighty Thor in. So I do have an option to get we do have a Loki down here, which we could also unlock, but we need a key. And then we have Mighty Thor, but we would need a portal. So the only portal that's easy to get to is probably over in the spider area over here. Yeah, so we could do Superior Spider-Man, he'd give us a portal. Hobgoblin, we'd have to go through a gauntlet to get that portal. Sinister Six, again, I would rather do that once we've beat everybody in this area as the finale of this area. So yeah, we could do Superior Spider-Man. That would give me another portal. So then I can bring in Mighty Thor. And then I have Mighty Thor, Thor, and that Loki down there. So I'll have to plan that out. Hopefully I do a better job planning it out than I've been doing, because I've been messing up a lot. I've been messing up a lot. Loki is super powerful. The Mockingbird. Yeah, I was thinking Mockingbird. She would have had less. You missed 3 other times. Not sure if it would have worked out. She would have had less. Didn't we go through it? For each overflow? She was here. She went 1. I added 1 there. It wouldn't have overflowed yet. She moved up here. This definitely overflowed. So that was 1. Then her next one, she went 1, 2. And it was Caliban, so she would have just added them here. Right? So there was no overflow, no upside down card. Then she went 3. 1, 2. Oh, and then, well, no, then she would have moved to the next location, would have been here. So she would have added a second one here. Right? Oh, so you're saying I would have had an overflow here. Okay. Because she would have added a second one here, and I wasn't down here yet. Gotcha. So she would have done 1 more there. Yeah, so she would have done another card there. Then she would have moved. That was a bam. So that was her bam going there. Then she would have gone 3. 1, 2, 3. She would have landed on this location. Did I have 3 here at that time? I guess is the question. I don't remember how many I had at that time. So when she landed here, she would have added 1, then added here and here. Yeah, I'd have to go back to this. I think this card here, which was her 3rd turn. 1, 2. I'd have had to look at the 3rd turn. Yeah. Because then she did overflow. So I did overflow her there. I do have an overflow for that one. So she did overflow there. So that was an overflow. And then there was no bam. So she wouldn't have moved again. And then she would have moved 0, which is where you came in and we were talking about this, right? So that was a double overflow. Because she couldn't put 1 here. So that overflowed. And then she went here to the Morlock tunnel, which caused that to overflow again. Was this full? Or did she fill this up? See, now I can't remember if she filled this one up. That would have been, if this was full too, then that would have been a second overflow here, which would add 1 more card. So we'll say that did. And then she went 3, which is where she ends up now, and she had no bam. I forgot the double, so it would have been 4 instead. Yeah, so I think now that I've gone through again, I think we have one card left. I think we ended with 1. Because I added another one here and another one there. I don't think this one would have happened. But even if I would have had this one, then we would have been even, right? Because this would have been our last turn, because you lose when she can't draw another master plan card. So I think we're good at that. Maybe. We're either at 1 or 0. I think you're right. When we're going back through it again, Derek, I think we're at 1 or 0 either way. So there we go, guys. But that is that. If anybody finds any other errors and you've made it this through the video, maybe they're already down in the comments. Who knows? We'll take the win as is. We'll just say some timey-wimey shenanigans happened, because that's how I make an explanation for anything that goes wrong in these streams. If you want to see more Marvel United Megaverse streams, make sure you subscribe, bell notification, all that YouTube stuff. Derek says I got the victory for sure. Appreciate it. And until next time, guys. Peace.